Amazon private label with no competition. This title is strange because how you can do the private label without the competition? It's almost impossible. There are so many sellers on Amazon that for every product, there is 10 pages of product pages. How you can have a product with no competition? I'm just gonna share you some of the experiences. Okay. How we learn to work on Amazon? Let me close it. Hi.
Hey.
Can I have a seat here? So the first thing that we learn is about the demand. So everyone says that, okay, just go on the softwares, camel, maybe you know it. 2 or 3 years ago they speak about it, a lot about it. Unicorn Smasher, Jungle Scout, which is the best one, someone says. But all of these softwares are just go to Amazon and bring the result and says, okay, this is the demand and this is the competition. Now, based on the demand and competition, go and find your product. This is the only concept that everyone in the Amazon world teach the I would say newcomers, because everyone who comes on the Amazon first should learn about the product. And as you learned here, there are so many problems with this strategy. Because for each individual product, there are already many people that are searching the same keyword. And they are trying to source the same product in the same time frame. So you find the perfect niche today, and after 2 months or 3 months, it's done. So it's not the best strategy. Yes, it's a good data, but not the best strategy. Sometime, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was the best strategy. Why? The reason was that there was not so many competition. Everyone who worked on the Amazon, the listings were not the best listings, not the best pictures, not the best photos, not the best bullet points, and it was easy to find the best product based on the education. But right now, it's not the educated decision because everyone has the same knowledge. Okay. Okay, the facts. First, the demand is going higher and higher. That's the only concept that everyone in the Amazon course teach the new students. Demand is high, don't worry, there is a huge market. Demand is high, but demand is higher. What about the competition? The competition is much more higher than the demand. It was not like that a year ago. Again, I emphasize on it. But today, competition is so high. I heard from many different sources that China government is paying money to the suppliers in China to register the trademark in the US. What's the reason? They want to open the gates of China more and more to the US market. Canada doesn't pay you to register the trademark. So based on that, you can see that, okay, what's the best market is Amazon for Chinese suppliers. So the competition is much higher than the demand. This is the reality. So the game is much harder. And China have bigger players, they have suppliers, and they are rich. They have more resources. They have many, many people. And when they launch a product, I heard many of the factories, they have 100 people who work for them, and all of them have Amazon accounts. So 100 reviews in the first month, 100 specific reviews. So they can launch a product, whatever they want, whatever package, cheaper, with hundreds of reviews. How you can play with them? That's the reality. So I like this one because I believe that Jungle Scout, it has a great data, but everyone follows the same path here in North America, and that's what happened. So how to find your winning product? That's the big question. It's not easy. Let's be honest, it's not easy, but if you can find it, you win the game. How you can find it? I will share with you some advantages and disadvantages. The first advantage, if you find a winning product, you need a lower capital. If you want to go to China and source a product, for the first round, you should maybe have 10K at least, I'm just saying, and try to source the product, bring it here, do PPC, and all of the strategies that you heard a lot. I don't want to share it. And just let me share this. If you should know the concept of whatever that the other instructors or the other experienced sellers are teaching. So I don't want to say that, okay, forget it, don't go for it. You should know that. You should know the concept. You should know the base. This is just a strategy. It is my strategy. It is his strategy. Some other people use the other way, and they are rich. They make good money on it. So this is my strategy. So if you find a good product, you need a lower capital. You have no competition or low competition. Long lifespan of the product. As you heard, he's selling the same product for 3 years. I'm selling the same product for 3 years. But if you launch a product, usually after 5 or 6 months, someone else on the Jungle Scout gonna find it. And you should change it. So you should change and find the next one, the next one, the next one. It's not easy. Profit margin. You have 30% is ridiculous as a profit margin. That usually they are sharing on Jungle Scout. You should have you can have 100% of profit margin if you find the right product. Lower cash flow. As I mentioned, because you have lower capital, you have lower cash flow. And about the branding, if you're the only person who are selling this product on Amazon, you have a good brand. Everyone knows your brand. You know, one of the funny points that I heard always on Amazon is that, okay, register your brand. That's perfect. But does anyone gonna learn and remember that what was your brand? That's the point. Branding means that someone should remember your brand, not just the word. So if you have a good product, you can have a good brand. And possibly no need for PPC. As you heard from him, so I just want to say that, okay, we didn't speak before the getting that, okay, we don't spend on PPC. Disadvantages. Takes more effort to find, design, modify product. And sorry, harder to find a quality supplier. Much harder. Okay. Yep.
If you get the right numbers, the product will pop up on Jungle Scout eventually, will not?
The product, you know, everyone is speaking about the bestseller rank.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the bestseller. You just want to be someone in the first stage, in a niche market. So yeah, it's gonna pop up. But if you have, for example, just let me just clarify something. And if you want to get a review, just organic review, how many products you should sell? Maybe for each 100, you're gonna get 1 or 2 reviews. Yeah, for each 100 organic sell, 2 reviews. So if you have 20 reviews, how many products you sell? So 20 reviews goes to 2,000 sales, okay? If you have a good profit margin, if you have 200% profit margin on a $10 product, you already make lots of money. And no one gonna come for your product because they say, okay, just 20 reviews, 1 year ago launched, why I should go for it? It's a dead product, okay? Did I respond to the answer? Okay. There are many different sources to find a product. I'm just sharing some of them. I don't use them all. I like to use some of them, but I try to bring everything here. And you should go there and do your research. The first one that I love is Kickstarter. Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Do you know it?
Yeah.
Is there anyone who doesn't know what the Kickstarter is? Okay. Yeah, Kickstarter is a crowdfunding funnel or crowdfunding channel or marketplace, whatever that you want to call it. But when you design a product, when you design a perfect mug for whatever reason that you think is something new, you go there with your minimum viable product, MVP, and put it there. You
I
say
have
that,
one
okay,
running right now. Kickstarter.
You are running the.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of one.
So it's better that you say to everyone that what the Kickstarter is.
It's like crowdfunding basically, right? So you put your idea out there. Generally, most successful products on Kickstarter now are an almost finished to finished product, and you set your minimum funding goal, which is the only way that it happens for Kickstarter. Indiegogo can be slightly different, but you say, if I raise $10,000, I'm going to bring this product to market, and everyone who backed it is going to get this product or multiples of the product, and it's like an all or nothing model. So once you get there, you get the funds, everybody gets charged. If you don't get there, nobody gets charged.
Yeah, that's a great model. It has many strategies to launch the product on Kickstarter, and for our next products, we want to launch it on Kickstarter first to make the brand and then bring it to the Amazon. I'm not speaking about that strategy now. That's another strategy, and we can have another meetup for that how to launch on Kickstarter and then bring it to Amazon. I just want to share that you can go on Kickstarter. There are hundreds of products, thousands of products that have been launched 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And you can see that, okay, there was a huge demand for that product, but that product doesn't exist now. Why? The most important reason is that why you are not selling on eBay? eBay is not a good marketplace? It is. But why you are not selling? Because you are comfortable with Amazon. You are all selling on Amazon.com. Why you are not selling on Amazon Japan? It's not a good marketplace? It is. You are not comfortable with it. So many of the sellers on Kickstarter, they are not comfortable with online selling. They are not comfortable with Amazon. They have a good product and they sold it well, but they don't know how to launch it, how to sell it more and more. So they just sold on Kickstarter and that's it. They have something else to do. They have a daytime job. Go and find the best products that worked before and then speak with the suppliers. You can, and I'm pretty sure that they are happy to work with you. It's great. So I can say that I work on a product that I started last year. I found it on Kickstarter. It was a campaign for 3 years ago. So it's one of them. The second channel, Pinterest, everyone knows it, yeah? Pinterest is great. Why? Because there are so many pins. There are so many pins that shows the demand. Why you go on Join This Card? Because of the demand. But you go on somewhere that all other sellers go on the same route, the same path. If you want to find the demand, go on Kickstarter and find what was the demand for. Go on the Pinterest, follow the pins, and you will see interesting points there. One of the interesting points is that many people who make something, they share it on the Pinterest. They are retail stores. They are just small shops. They don't know how to sell on Amazon. They don't know how to sell online. You can contact them. You can call them. You can find many different products that is easy to make. Perfect ideas. So Pinterest is great. Is there anyone here that doesn't know how to work on Pinterest? So why you spend on Jungle Scout then? Etsy. Do you know what Etsy?
I like the way you said that.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thank you. So everyone knows Etsy here? Okay, so yeah, someone explain what the Etsy is.
Etsy is an
Yeah.
online marketplace where people make their own product and sell it to people. But
Okay.
I find that most people handle all their orders by themselves. They usually don't have a team. So if it gets too big, they are like, and then they kind of
Yeah.
disappear because they can't fulfill all the orders.
Yeah, it's a handmade channel. Basically, it's just for handmade product. They say that it's for handmade product, but unfortunately, many of the suppliers there doesn't make a handmade product, and there are many suppliers, huge suppliers from China, that are selling the product that are not handmade, but they are saying that it is handmade. So Amazon Handmade comes for Etsy, and I can speak about Amazon Handmade in the last slide. And I just wanted to mention that we are also selling on Amazon Handmade. So why I mentioned Etsy here? It's another huge marketplace. It has two big advantages. The first one, as she mentioned, usually most of the business are one-man business. So they just have a shop, manufacture it, and sell it. So they can just manufacture 1, 2, 5 every day. And that's enough demand on Etsy. They just know how to sell on Etsy, they don't go on Amazon. If you go there and find the product, or if you go there and get the idea, find a better supplier, cheaper supplier, or even if you speak with that supplier, that okay, I'm gonna buy that product to test the market, okay? Because I mentioned that at the beginning, one of the disadvantages of my method is that it's hard to design or modify or find a good supplier. So go on Etsy, find a supplier, spend more, get the product, test the market. It's a perfect space if you want to find a good product and good suppliers. On Pinterest, you can usually just find the product. It's harder to find a supplier, but on Etsy, it's easy. Okay? And the next one is Cratejoy. Does anyone knows Cratejoy and subscription box? No one knows about the subscription boxes, really?
Subscription box basically is you sign up for it and you send it out every month or every 2 months.
Could you please speak louder?
It's basically you sign up to get a box of something. Sometimes it's a surprise, sometimes it's for your dog, sometimes it's for neckties, shaving equipment, could be all kinds of things.
I thought it's very popular in the States, right?
Yeah, it's popular.
It's popular here too.
It's popular
There's more
too.
than just Cratejoy though. You could do like
I just,
ones
it's
or
one example.
Yeah.
Hi. So, Amazon or
What's that?
Amazon or
Yeah.
blockchain? Amazon or blockchain. So regarding subscription box, it's a great business model. I don't speak about that business model today. We can speak about that another day. I didn't start the subscription box, but I studied the subscription box for a couple of months, and I wanted to start it. Something better happened, and I started the other thing. So subscription box is a great business model. It can be used for liquidation or many other aspects of the work. However, there are many great subscription boxes in specific niches. As you heard from him, sorry, I don't remember your name. So, Ken. Okay, as you heard from Ken, he's selling on a specific niche, and because of that, he has no competition. Just go find somewhere a product that if you show to someone, they say, no one gonna buy it. Believe me, there is someone who likes the product. There is a demand for it. So if from each 100 people, just one person likes your product, that's good enough for you in the US. So subscription box is usually for a specific niche markets. You go for men and find a specific product and you can sell it and you can source it. So you can just go online and find different subscription boxes and see that usually on the website they show, it depends on the model of the subscription box, but usually they show that what do they want to give to the customer in 3 months or in 6 months. So that's another channel. I didn't find any product on subscription box, but I know that many people do that. Another slide. Suppliers. Again, all of my presentation, I spoke about two aspects: product, supplier. Product, supplier. All of them was about these 2 points, and these are the channels. Strategic sourcing. Why Chinese suppliers are more successful today? Because they have factories. We don't. We go there and source from them. They learn the game. They have factories and bring it here. So you should find something local. If you're immigrant like me, you can find a product in your home country that is not in Amazon. And believe me, US has many immigrants there. And there are so many people from your country that likes that product in the US. So strategic sourcing. One of the products that we are launching today is a handmade product that is manufactured in the villages of my country. And it was really hard to find a supplier for it, but we could. I'm just saying that no one else in China can source the same product. No one. So strategic sourcing is really important, really important. And if you can even find a local supplier for your product, that would be perfect. But always think about the suppliers and never ever share your secret sauce with the supplier. How we do that with our supplier in China? We don't package any product in China. It's much cheaper for us to do that there, but we have a team here. We bring everything. We don't tell to the supplier that what the product is. We just give the drawing, get the product, bring everything here, order the package from another supplier, and we assemble everything here. So they don't know what the product is. That's important. Never share your secret sauce with the suppliers. Okay? These are all our experiences. Any question?
Do you do any like separate parts of the product in different suppliers, or
Yeah,
just
we-
the packaging?
No. Yeah. 4 parts that goes into the package
Yeah.
from 4 different suppliers. But one of them is the most tricky parts. The other ones are clear that what are they. But you know the secrets is no one else knows that, okay, what this is for.
I think it's a good strategy nowadays too, with some of the different tariffs and stuff. If you do assembly here, you can get around a lot of that stuff.
Exactly. And there's another reason that we do that, because we are selling on eBay, and also we want to send the product to the UK, we want to send the product to the Japan. So because of that, we prefer to have the warehouse here, and also we sell on the website. So we have some sort of warehouse here.
But there are added cost, the warehouse, the labor.
Depends on the product. For us, no, because we have a small product, so we don't need a big warehouse, and we hired someone here, and he's doing the orders, and it's much more better because you know our return rate is much lower because we do the quality check on each individual product. Even when someone is returning the product on Amazon, it doesn't allow that Amazon resell it. Are you doing the same thing, or it can be resell on Amazon? Just have it here. It doesn't depend. It doesn't relate to that presentation. But if any customer returns your product, never ever allow Amazon to resell to another customer. Amazon quality check doesn't do a good job. So if your product is not the best shape, they're gonna sell it to another customer, and you're gonna get the review. You're gonna get that this product is fake or whatever, and you're gonna take it out of the Amazon. So we bring everything back here to warehouse and do the quality check. It's added cost, but at the end of the day, there's so much value on it. Any question so far?
When you say parts, do you mean like different parts of the thing, or is it like, say, one toy here, one toy there, one toy there, kind of, you know, you get a bundle?
It depends on the product. No, it's not the bundling.
Not
It's
bundle.
not the bundling, no.
Okay.
It's not the bundling. And it depends on your product.
Do you also do a QA in China or wherever it's made?
No QA is here. We do the first QA for each product, yes, in China. But when the products are here, we do the all QA here. Everything goes well together. Any question? No? The last point, and the most important. I said that it's about the product and it's about the marketplace and suppliers. Expand with brands. What do I mean with that? When you find a winning product, why just one brand? Customers like to see different names. For whatever reason, they don't like the photos. They don't like the listing. They don't like your brand. They don't like how it sounds or whatever. Have another brand of the same product. Compete with yourself. It's against terms of service of Amazon if you are selling the same product with another brand. Just have a slight change on it. Add something to the package. Remove something from the package. So have different brands for your winning product. That's really important. So the customer is gonna buy this one or the other one. Whatever the case, you are the winner. Variations. If you find the winning product, go for variations. Don't go for new one. How many variations you have for the product?
None.
None. You can go for different variations if you can do the variation on the product. One of the products that we are sourcing now, we do the laser cut on it, and we have different textures and different shapes of laser cut on it. So it's easy variation. It's not hard, but customers want to see different variation. Why you go on the Jungle Scout to see what's the best variation and you want to do the best? Just find your product and do the variation on it. Customers like to choose. And the other big advantage, if someone else wants to copy you, they can't. Why? Because they see that, okay, on your listing you have 20 different SKUs. And if they want to come here and compete with you, they can't. Because you are a big known brand with so much stock. And they are afraid that, okay, we can't do it. So try to show yourself so big on Amazon. If you find a big brand on Amazon, you don't go to compete with them. The other sellers are the same. They don't want to compete with you. And the other one is new sales channel. The third one is the most important one. Why you are just selling on .com? There is huge market on Amazon EU. Huge market. And it's easy. It's not hard. We have been contacted twice from Amazon team since last year, and they translate all of our listing for free, and they gave us the account manager for free to resolve everything for us. So we are selling on Amazon EU and we are selling on Amazon Japan. That's huge. I don't sell on Jet because I don't know how to sell on it, to be honest. If someone wanted to find our product and go and sell on Jet, welcome. eBay is big. Believe me, all of these channels brings revenue for your product. eBay is big because, believe me, your product is already on eBay. Someone else, one of the robots, goes on Amazon, take your product and goes on eBay and sell it. Why you don't sell it yourself? It's not good for your branding. There are many robots that are taking our listing from Amazon and go on eBay and compete against us, and we report them quickly and we remove them. So don't let anyone else to sell your products on eBay. We don't sell on Amazon Australia. There is lower demand for our product on Australia, so we never sell on it. And Amazon Handmade. Amazon Handmade. Great opportunity on Amazon Handmade. They launched Amazon Handmade to compete with Etsy. And did you know that you can be a professional seller on Amazon until the end of next year for free? Amazon doesn't charge you if you want to sell on Handmade. There is an approval process there. You should show that, okay, we have a handmade shop, but it's easy, it's not hard. We don't have a handmade shop, but we have a team that they are manufacturing handmade products. And based on that team, we submitted the picture and said, okay, we have the team, this is the team, these are the members, so got that.
What about the traffic on Amazon Handmade?
Amazon has a good traffic. Amazon, I'm just saying that I don't think about the traffic so much. Why? Because Amazon is huge enough to bring enough money for me. Okay? Maybe it's not enough traffic for Amazon, and why they are saying that, okay, we don't want to charge you until the end of next year to be a professional seller, because they want to have more suppliers, more sellers on it. The thing that happened with Amazon private labeling 4 years ago is happening with Handmade since last year.
When did Amazon Handmade start?
I think it was a couple of years ago, I don't remember exactly. Yeah. But they want to compete with Etsy, so that's the main point that they want. They launched Amazon Handmade. Another point of advice: teamwork. You cannot sell on Amazon just as a one-man business. Usually, big sellers have a team. And to be honest, I don't work so much on Amazon at the moment. Since 10 months ago, I don't work and put so much effort on Amazon. We have a team, and they are working on the business. I usually just go for the product and get the new ideas of what we should launch, what should be launched. So we have 7 members on the team, not all full-time. A couple of them are part-time workers, but teamwork is really important. Go for teamwork. It's important for the future of your business. Any question? Share your experiences.
I know you don't sell in Australia, but do you think that's a good potential market as well, just like Japan?
You know what? I had another presentation about eBay before. It was about 4 months ago. You were here. Some other people were here too. I just want to relate to your question about Amazon Australia. Why we launched on Amazon Japan before Amazon EU? There was one answer. We had eBay. So we could get that, okay, we have a better market in Japan than EU. So based on our eBay customers, we decided to go for Japan first. Why we don't go for Amazon Australia now? Because eBay is more well known in Australia than Amazon. Amazon wants to compete with eBay on Australia. So we have a better market with eBay on Australia. And so we prefer to don't go with Amazon. We are just selling on eBay. That was the main reason that we didn't launch on Amazon Australia. So we just go for the better markets places. If you sell on eBay or if you sell on website, you will get so much data from your products that you know that, okay, what's the best strategy to launch. Okay.
So when you selling on the Amazon Japan, is there any language issue?
No. Why? If you go on the website, they say that, okay, if you want to do fulfilled by merchant, you should have a native Japanese speaker. Okay? We had many issues when we went to the Amazon website and wanted to sell on Japan or EU. We couldn't start it at the beginning. Why? Because all of these things that we were worried about, what's going to happen to the tax? What's VAT, value-added tax on EU? So we had so many questions, and we couldn't start. And at the time that we found the case manager, we found that, okay, that's easy. Now we have someone who can just tell us, and if we don't want to break the rules, so we can just at least refer to the emails that we heard this word from Amazon. I asked the same question, that we have no Japanese speaker, what should we do? They said, okay, go Google Translate. It's not based on terms of service, but when they said that you can do it, okay, sure, we did it, and we never had any issue. We never had any issue. So we usually send the product to FBA. We don't want to do so much customer service, but sometimes we have fulfilled by merchant, and the customers are getting back to us and ask the question, Google Translate. Any other question?
You mentioned earlier that some people use robots to bring your product to eBay,
Yeah.
and you try to shut them down. How do you catch them? They come on a regular basis.
Just I would like to answer the question about the product, and I'm just saying that why we don't spend money on PPC. One simple reason: because the customer begging for my product. They can't find it anywhere else. They just try to find it. So when they search on Amazon understand after a while, okay, this is the product. This is the first page. You should buy this one. So the same customer goes on eBay and search the same keywords, and the product comes on the first page. So if every 2 weeks you have someone that goes on eBay and search for your product and see if there is any other listing except your listing with your images on eBay, what are you gonna do? As long as the customer is not on the first or second page, no worry. As long as the seller is not on the first or second page, so you're not worried because they can't sell. But when they come to the second page, it means that they have some traffic, so you should shut them down.
So you just have to check eBay. And
Just go and
randomly
search it.
and-
You are searching on ebay.com, you are searching on eBay Germany, you are searching on eBay UK, and sometimes even we check on eBay China.
How do you shut them down? I mean, what are they actually doing wrong? So it's
You
fake
have,
is it not?
usually they use your images, they use your bullet points,
It's their,
because
so it's a copy,
copyright infringement.
right? But it's a counterfeit product. It's not actually your product.
It's our product usually. It's
So then
our
they can
product.
sell it, can they not? I could buy a pen in a shop and sell it on eBay.
You can buy a pen on the shop and sell on eBay, that's fine. But as long as you don't use the images of the shop that they have copyright on it, they allow you to sell it. So we have on eBay, there is a VERO team. And I don't remember what's the abbreviation of VERO. If you want to fill out the form on VERO, you can say that, okay, why you want to report the listing? What's the copyright infringement and what's the matter? Usually we don't fill out the VERO team. Why? Because all of these sellers that just extract the information from Amazon and put on eBay, they are professional sellers and they know the rules and they don't want to infringe your rights. So when you report to them that, okay, this is my product, this is our product, you don't have the right to share the images, they say, oh, sorry, you're sorry for it, and they shut down the listing. Usually, and if we need, we just go on VERO and report the listing.